It's the Dave Hush Show.
All right, here we go. Dave Hush Show back in the building. Got my girl Miss T on here. How you feeling? How you feeling? What's going on?
I'm feeling real good, Dave.
Yeah. What's I know you was talking earlier about something. We was talking about you was talking about your situation and stuff you've been dealing with or whatever, but um we always talk about the brothers going to the white girls, but what about the sisters going to the white dudes? What experiences have you had, or have you been thinking about going in that direction? And what do you think is the reason why you wouldn't?
Okay, so first thing is, I'm going to make it safe enough to say that I believe I was raised not to, really date the other race, white race or anything, and just, pretty much it was a norm, I guess, to my family about sticking to black men, and I never, so by that, me coming up in a household like that, with that type of experience, with my parents telling me to, just the different gestures they may have said or whatever, it kind of like turned me away from like ever trying to date a white guy. So now that I've dated plenty of black guys, whatever, and I have experience with, dating other different type of black guys, different ages and whatnot, I said, I'm going to go ahead and try to see maybe if I go to the other race, that if it'd be different, So I actually had met a white, he's French and an Italian.
Okay.
And first thing he did was just lay out everything that he is as a quality of a man. And I love his conversation. He was right to the point and everything. And he said some things that I was already feeling like that I'm interested in and that I am looking forward to a man.
Mm-hmm.
So, so basically, I am going to take that particular opportunity to see.
So you are going to go there. Let me ask you a question, Miss T. Have you ever argued with a white man before?
No, not while in a relationship. No.
Well, you've never been in a relationship. No, just period.
Right. Just period. Yes, I've argued throughout high school and maybe at the grocery store, something like random. Yeah, I have before.
Do you find yourself, and I've seen this before. Do you find that you're more maybe have an attitude or more aggressive towards black men as opposed to white men?
No, I just pretty much, it's just pretty much the same, but it might not be as how can I explain it? As far as the difference between how I feel when I'm arguing with a white guy compared to a black guy. Well, you might got a point there, because I might feel a little bit more hostile to the black guy because I figure like he should know, and then to the white person, I'm just pretty much just being real mild with them because it's like, I'm not even going to give them my energy.
Okay, because I that's a thing that I see that black women are a little they're not as aggressive with white men as they are with black men, and I think it's because of whether their dad was not around, they've gotten hurt, they got abused, they got molested, a lot of bad stuff that's happened to them by black men. So
Right,
their kid's father,
no.
that can have something in the head in your psyche where
For a
automatically
black
you're
man?
seeing, yes, a black man, and then you look at the white man, and the white man never did you wrong. As a matter of fact, the white man is your boss. So he's your employer. So
Okay.
not only is he not doing you wrong, but he's helping you pay your bills.
Okay, so let me just tell you this. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
looking at the actual
I mean, when you look at it
Yes.
like that, can't you see where it may?
I mean, that's a long reach. No, because it depends. Because if a white man disrespects me and call me, a BICTH,
No,
and
but
then a
she but
black
you don't
man call
but
me
he don't
no.
but
Well,
go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, far as the level you just asked me, far as like you broke down the reason why I would not like or to be different or have an attitude with a black man because of previous past histories or whatever. It might cause me to hate against a black man because of what was done to me or what could have been done to a black female, throughout the childhood all the way up to grown adult. So I'm telling you, no, now for white, well, so if I'm not even looking at that particular perspective. I'm looking at what is actually happening, being said to me right then and there. I'm not even pulling that out from that. And if I'm angry at a black guy and I'm coming out a different way, he probably approached me differently than a white guy approached me. So the white guy, depending on what he says to me, if a white man says the same thing to me that a black man say, now let's use this example. How am I going to react? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, depending on the aggression or the body language that particular person, whether they're white or black, how they express themselves to me, I'm going to be the same way. I'm not going to think about like, oh, I hate this black man because all I seen, this black man is just be, you know, um, abusive, or there might have been some molestation and all that he was calling out. I don't think that would just at that moment I'm not going to be feeling like none of that
But
right
when
now.
you
I'm
see,
just going to.
but let's be honest. When you see that brother come up on you, you're already having something in your head like a defense thing going on. Like what's this nigga talking? What's he
No,
coming at me?
I just think it is a comfort.
And
I'm
then the
more
white
comfortable
guy
when I'm
and then the
kind.
white guy comes to you, and
No.
it's a little different
No, so I'm
approach
gonna give
on
you a
that.
straight up answer, my opinion, and,
Mm.
and, and what I'm trying to say, and I'm not trying to like make a difference of it, but period, for real, is when a black guy's coming up, I'm gonna be more comfortable with him because that is my kind. And I'm saying that's my kind, and I automatically and go into my comfort zone. I know how to deal with the black guy. Now, the white guy, I don't know if he's being funny or trying to be, sarcastic or whatever, you know what I mean, or whatnot or whatever. So I have to evaluate the situation as it occurs. It ain't really. I'm not going to say I have any kind of different justified feeling, how the black man's gonna say something to me, the white. No, no, no. It depends on the current situation, what is being said, what is being done, and so forth. Now, if the black man's coming to me like, you broke, and you ain't got nothing like that, am I gonna feel a little bit more angry towards him because he's saying it because I'm like, dang, you a black man, why you want to bring out your black sister? Versus a white man saying to me, okay, sweetie, I don't think you can afford this or whatever, so I think you need to just go ahead on and go back to the projects.
Hmm.
Now we're talking. So now I'm gonna act really aggressive to the white guy because now you're belittling me and you're insulting me and things of that nature. The black dude do it, I might laugh and be like, oh, go ahead now, and I might say some little old slang, something or whatever. But the white man, I'm gonna be more defensive with the white man because I don't want you saying that to me. You know what I mean? I don't want you. I don't like the way you said it. So we go back to the projects. Like it's like like I said, it's insulting. A black man, I won't get. Matter of fact, I probably won't even get more defensive with the black man compared to the white man. So
Mm.
sorry, no, no. So that would actually be the opposite.
Why do you when you say that maybe you're going to give that guy a chance, the white guy a chance? Why are you
No.
doing that? Are you tired of brothers?
Well, no, I'm not tired. I just want to just know that I just want to you know I
I mean,
want to not
because a
go.
lot of
I
times
don't want to go with this. I don't want to go with this.
sisters go to the white guy because they're tired of the brothers.
Well, no, I just feel like it's the way how I'm being treated. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I feel
But
like
you haven't
the
dated
reason
every
why.
but you haven't dated every brother.
Okay, so therefore I dated a few. Okay, and then also, so now the reason why I want then to answer your question, the reason why I feel like I want to
Why
give
can't you
this
just
white guy a
why
chance.
can't you just date the white guy and then date a brother and then you know what I mean? Like why does it have to come to a point? And you're not the only one, but I see this with sisters like and brothers do this too with the white going to the white girl. Like you're completely done with brothers or
Well, I
sisters,
just want to. Well, no,
and
see,
it's like you can't include them in the dating pool. It's like you don't step over there until you've had enough.
Well, no,
of the
I never
brothers or the
mentioned that.
sisters?
Well,
So
so
what triggered
just so we
you?
don't get
What triggered
okay,
you?
right,
What triggered you?
okay,
Because you haven't dated a
okay.
white guy before. So what made you say, you know what, to hell with this?
Okay, so first and foremost, it's not like something that is like I'm, want a fed up notion or anything like that. It's
You
just
sure?
simply, no, I'm positive, and it's just simply like this. I don't know. I never tried this. I want to do this. This is something that's going to be, something interesting. This particular person said that he never dated a black person before. I said I never dated a white guy before, or I never had sex with a white guy, or none of that. So I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pursue and talk to the guy and see, if I like it. And that's just only one particular white guy. Okay. So, I'm not going to do a trial run and say, well, I'm going to do 4 selective white guys, 4 selective black guys, and I'm going to do a trial run and see, how they treat me or whatever. Now, I can do that, and I could just do a little survey just with that being said. But right now, in true reality life, I just want to go ahead and try something different or whatever. Not because I'm tired of the black man and this and that, but I'm kind of used to that. That's the norm for me because that's all I know. That's all I did. So now, why not go ahead and try something different? Because of the age that I am, I feel like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try this and see, if how this is going to be. I more so want to do it because I've never got a chance to do it before, and I want to do it, and I want to see, and it could be just this particular white guy. Now, there could be another white guy down the line. It might not be, he might not be a gentleman. He might just be a provider. This particular white guy might be both. So it's just the matters of being. It's just, whatever it is and what you want to do. You know what I'm
So
saying?
nothing,
So
so
now,
nothing, so nothing
so
that you
nothing
said's
against
going
the
on.
black brother.
Nothing's going on right now with your relationship status and what you're going through or who you're dating had anything to do with you considering giving this a shot. Is that what you're telling me?
Well,
Is that what you're telling me?
what I'm telling you is that my current situation
Mm-hmm.
is,
Or are you not fed
well,
up
my
with
current,
somebody? Are you
so
not fed?
no,
Are
no,
you not fed up with somebody that you're dealing with right now? Is that what you're telling
no,
me?
no. Let me tell you what's going on. So in my particular situation currently, it's a complicated situation. I feel like
Of course it is. Yeah.
I don't want to pursue on any further with this particular black gentleman that I am
Mm-hmm.
currently dating,
Mm-hmm.
only because of different reasons,
And you've had problems with black men before. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, I didn't have nothing that was gonna just. Here's what if you're getting at.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
haven't
stumbling.
had nothing.
Yeah,
I haven't had anything
yeah.
majorly where I'd be like, okay, forget this. I'm just gonna go to the
Well,
white
it's
guy.
not. It's not. It wasn't one thing. It's never just one thing. It's over time. And you say, you
No,
know what?
I just have to. No,
I've
just to be
had it
honest.
with you niggas.
No, look, you want to make it like it's an issue with that, and I just want to just keep it 100. I just basically want to state that in my situation, that I was in and I'm no longer in, it wasn't like, okay, that's it. I'm not doing this now. I said, okay, I'm not going to deal with this type of guy in his way of style of relationship anymore. And then boom, somebody else, I meet this white guy and he's just sounding so incredible. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just, have a couple conversations on the phone. If you want to go to dinner, talk, just see, where it's at, just to see where his conversation is at, and all this and that. I'm not gonna jump from one guy to another, but I just want to see, if this is something. Now, this guy, this white guy, he came at me totally different than the black guy did. You understand what I'm saying? So
So
this is
he
something
came
that's
at you
gonna be
different
very,
than any other black guy came at you?
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. Yeah, because from the door, just
Did he come at you different because you allowed him to,
no, he
as
came at me
opposed
just
to
because he
a brother who
chose
you
to.
didn't give the
No,
opportunity for him to come
no,
at you?
I get plenty of opportunities. Plenty of guys are always coming to me, compliment me, and say different things. I'll tell them that
Okay.
I'm in a relationship with somebody or whatever, and they
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Well, that's okay, mom.
Mm-hmm.
I can go ahead and get your phone number anyway. We can talk or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool as long as I know the situation." No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So therefore,
you were engaged. Am I correct? Were you
I
you had a
was
brother?
engaged when I first moved down to where I'm at now. Yeah.
Okay, so
So I
you
came
had a
from
brother
one
come
place
at
to
you.
another place.
So you had a brother come at you, and
No, it didn't, no, not right from the door. He,
okay.
time grew on and different things of that nature. So,
Mm-hmm.
but let's just say this. Now, the first time of contact, I'm talking about the first time of contact is when I just met somebody like today,
Mm-hmm.
versus I was already going through some complicated situations with a previous, relationship, just, really early and current.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, you might just say something that just wasn't, within months ago. So basically, when that particular person came at me or whatever, it was, more so about, I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. It was more so about like, a little a joke to do, to break the ice. And then of course, they're checking out your whole body. Whereas this white man ain't saying nothing about my butt and my body, no nothing. He wanted to know what type of person I was first. He came at me like that.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I talk to him, he's sharing how he's a family man. He's sending me pictures of his children, sending me pictures of, pictures of him. And you know what I mean? And he's talking about life and different things like that, what he likes to do and what he would love to do with, and it could be some charming in there or whatever. But here's the thing. I'm talking about the startup of, see, because some black guys, they have a hard time.
So I'm glad you said you said that black guys, and then you said some black guys.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you corrected that.
Black guys,
okay, because you haven't dated everyone.
They don't. Yeah, some black guys, they're not mature enough to know, what they really want or whatever. They just try some things out, and first thing is first. They don't really. Sometimes they might even want to converse. They just want to have sex. If the sex is good, they'll work around it or whatnot. But so what I'm trying to justify here is the difference between how somebody approaches you, how somebody comes at you, what they view you as when they see you, and what they're interested in hearing and explaining and talking about. You know what I mean? So I got a different thing for the black guys that I dated. They might have later on talked about different, different things to do together as far as growing and also, but the efforts might not be all the way there. It might be half talking, half, efforts. So now the black lady's getting frustrated, like, well, what's up with this? And then you have different things where you might meet somebody and they might not want to come through and help pay the bills. Or want to not pay your bills, but come together and pay the bills together. But they want to lay there and stay there and want you to cook and clean and play wifey. Whereas the white man, the white man, I'm not saying all of them. Now, some of them, they if they're already married, that's a plus because they already know how to act. They know to go out, cut the grass. They know to, they'll go and wash their wife's car. They'll go and do the grocery shopping if they need to be, or, they'll start cooking dinner before their wife gets off work or their girlfriend gets off work, or to surprise them. Just, it's a different type of flow. Put it that way. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but it's a different type of flow.
So you never, okay. Thank you.
There's black guys that do that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, because you're not about to go there. Okay, you're not about to go there. You don't go there.
Things better than the black man. No, we're not going to make it subject.
Yeah. Please don't.
The approach was slightly different. Okay, just with one person. So let me just tell you this. So this one particular person I just had met.
Mm-hmm. And hold on.
Show me more than the guy that I've known for 5 years, or that I've actually been with, and just, and it could have just been this particular person, but it's happened a lot. The guys that I've met now, it could be the wrong ones that I'm meeting or whatever, but they'll talk about their kids and what they do for their kids and this and that and all that. But then they don't talk about, like, they don't want to share what their kids look like, or they don't want to talk about, they might not want to talk too much about their kids, only talk about what they're doing for their kids. So how are we going to be in a relationship if you're not comfortable enough for me to meet your kids, but you can meet my kids? The white man don't care. He's going to be upfront. Well, this particular white guy was straight up front with everything, gave me everything without me even asking, wanted to just show me trust from the door and wanted to let me be comfortable enough to know that he has nothing to hide. See, black women, we don't want to deal with nobody who's hiding stuff, because then that's when we start jumping to conclusions and assumptions is made and arguments, and then things don't get resolved, and then it keeps being brought up.
So you've had black men hide stuff from you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now again, we go back to, you are frustrated and you're tired of dealing with brothers, so you go give this a shot over here. And that's fine.
No, because
that's fine. I'm
not going to keep changing it up, but I'm being honest. I'm just trying to make a point here that I've had black brothers that was willing for you to meet their kids. I met somebody, a black guy, and he just did it different. He had no problem showing me a video of him and his son. He had no problem showing me his son's savings account or whatever. We were talking about accounts and different things. He was telling me what he was doing for his son. I seen a picture of his son. You know what I'm saying? And I probably could have met his son. He's introduced me to his mother and his grandmother. To whereas I go date another black guy, maybe they think maybe this one guy, he's not comfortable. So it's a difference of the different comforts of with the guys with or how they was raised maybe. That's what I'm coming down to. But it's not enough for me to just turn my back completely on black guys. No, I just want to go ahead and try it out with this white guy because I love his approach. His approach was excellent to me. So that made me interested. Nothing against black brothers, you know what I'm saying? Not like that. And then he made me not even think about like just, he just looking at my body. He just want me for my body and this and that.
So black men do that. So black men come at you like that?
A good bit, yeah.
Yeah. So you're comparing.
A little bit.
I know.
With this, but see, I'm not going to do I'm not saying it's a whole entire comparison.
It is a comparison. Because you're saying you're looking at him. You're looking at him and you're saying that he's. Go ahead.
Well, I'm talking about this man versus, let's just say, 2 or 3 guys that I've known or whatever try to come at me or whatever, or I might have talked to and it just didn't work out or something like that. Let's just say, okay. So, but I'm just talking. This particular, guy here. There might be another white guy that don't know how to approach. You understand? So I really just can't put a whole entire value on it and say, well, this is and that. And I don't want it to go into a comparison debate. I'm just saying I'm giving it a try. Not because I'm frustrated, but I just want to see. Now, if he comes, I can't say that he came at me the same kind of way. He started from the door, day one. Number one, day one. He just said, I don't want to do no arguing, whatever. We'll talk about something. We're not going to go to bed and disagree with anything. He's like, we're not going to bring it up the next day. Perfect. I didn't have to say nothing because that's how I feel. Put it like this. He said so much stuff to me is what I've been trying to say with different guys that I've dated, and he automatically knew just what to say to me. He didn't. It wasn't like he was waiting for my response. He just was like telling me, what he can bring to the table.
So black men haven't did. So at this point, you're like the hell with black men.
No, not entirely. But I'm gonna try it with this white guy, this Italian guy. I'm not done with him entirely. I
mean, you can say it. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you're done with him, you're done with him. You done with him?
I'm not completely done with him, but I'm gonna get something else to try. How about that? That's
okay. But when he says, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you're saying, wow.
No, I'm not saying wow.
I never had that done.
I'm saying good. I don't gotta say nothing.
So now I ain't gotta worry about. So Dad, I'm glad you. Oh my God, this is what I've been wanting from black men.
Yeah.
All this time.
No.
So, yeah. You just said yeah.
No, this is what I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, now you got it. Now you got it. Like I said, so now you got it. This is what I've been wanting. Black. Thank you. You're saying you said thank you. I bet you said thank you. Yeah. You said thank you. I finally, yes, you did. You said excellent. Yeah, excellent. You said excellently. This finally somebody comes in and he just happens to be Italian. These brothers ain't shit. And let me just roll over here and step over here for a minute.
I didn't say these brothers ain't shit. I said.
Well, that's where that's where it leans.
A good couple of them that I
knew. Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, listen. You can listen. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get at here is, there over time, you've experienced the bullshit, and you're tired of it. So you're going to drip over here and see what this is like. And immediately from the start,
you're trying to get it out of me like that.
I mean, that's what it is. Immediately from the start, he's saying things that you haven't heard before. His approach is different. See this, and you're clapping, and you're oh my God, this is what this is what I'm talking about. And when you say that, you are subconsciously saying, "Fuck these brothers, sister." Yes, you are. Again, you can do what you listen. You can date who you want. You can date who you can date who you want. But what I'm telling, but let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is.
It appears that because you're thinking that because you're a black brother. So what I'm saying is no. I'm just saying I'm tired of talking. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gotta talk. I ain't gotta talk this time. He won't just do. He a doer. That's what I'm saying. This one, I'm like, this might not work out with him, and he might have been a whole front. just to get to know me, and then I might meet somebody else, another white guy, and he might be entirely different. You understand? He might could be a let's just say, I ain't gonna say police officer, but he might could be something else. He might be a professor, being a professor in a college or whatever, and he might have his own standards and what he want to do, and he might not be like that other the Italian guy or whatever. You know what I mean? And I might not like that, and he white. So it just depends on the person, how they was raised, what their living standards are, what they, believe in, and how they want to come at you, how they want to love you. He told me so much stuff and called me from work already. Just by a conversation and meeting somebody and seriously, and it's like, okay, I've had experience where somebody, where guys, they don't really want, the woman to be knowing too much about their job, and it's not because they don't want, whenever something blows up, they don't want to have the woman coming to their job, showing off for them and all that.
Right.
White guys will probably feel the same way. Don't nobody want nobody to come to their job and blow their spot out. I mean, I'm just saying. I just don't want to get into the point, and I'm trying to explain something to you, Dave, is that it wasn't bad enough where, something was bad enough to me, like, you know what, forget this. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how's your family gonna take that? How are they gonna deal with that?
Well, you know what? So that goes back to that. I don't know. It's going to probably take them some used to it, whatever. I'm not going to say that my family is prejudiced, but I was never raised to, they didn't encourage me to date outside of it. They never said don't do it, but then they never actually, I don't think that they cared for me to do that. So but like I said, since that was like part of the raising, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have a whole lot of interracial, in the family, whatever. We just stuck to our own kind or whatever. So that back then, that was something that just was looked upon as, you better not do it. You know what I mean? Type thing. You know what I mean? So, but I had some white guys that when I was in, middle school that I might have thought was cute, or high school, whatever. But so whenever I did talk to a white guy, whatever, I would never go see him. Or never hook up with them, or not even kiss them, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just played on the phone with them or whatever. You know what I mean? This was high school, so we know what we doing in high school. But I think if I would have brought a white guy home or something like that, I think they would have talked about it later, and they would have been like, "Oh, what made you get a white boy now? Come on now," or something like that. It would have just made me feel like that it wasn't right to do. You know?
Right.
So that's why it took so many years for me to, even get comfortable, even do it, because I used to be like, I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I mean? And so now we in a different type of mindset, and I'm grown, and I'm like, look, now color, he said to me, color don't matter to him. It's about the person within, and that warmed me right there, because I felt the same way. So basically, a lot of things that he was saying to me is what I already feel, and since he already said what I already feel, that's a connection. Already.
That's a connection.
It's a connection
that's
already.
A connection already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's so the
same way with you. If you met a woman and she was,
no, this ain't about me. This is about you.
Okay, well,
this is about you.
Okay.
Now, well, no, it's fine. It's fine. Again, I don't have a problem with you, who you dating or whatever. But before we wrap it up here, because this is good stuff. This is all good stuff. Maybe we'll do a part 2. Just say before we go, that you had enough of the brothers.
I had enough of the lazy,
see,
immature,
wow,
not ready brothers.
Those are the brothers that you dealt with.
Obviously, I had a couple good ones as well. Never been in jail, different things like that to that nature. But then, you've had a few good brothers who proposed to you, and these was good brothers. Yeah,
but you didn't marry.
I wasn't comfortable to just give it all up and just be like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and go in. And it's not that I want to go ahead and do something that I never done before I get married. So let's just get that clear, okay? It's not like it's not like I'm basically just trying to do something that's on my bucket list. No, It just happened to be right at the time that I needed. Okay?
Mm.
Yeah.
It could be on the bucket list for both of you. You know,
It's just,
it could be the curiosity. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
curiosity. It's not the bucket list because I'm not gonna say yeah, before I die I gotta make sure I sleep with a white guy. Nah, I ain't thinking about it like that because I thought I would never even mess with a white guy. You know,
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe, well,
I
maybe, well, maybe part two we'll check in on you and see how it's going with this
yeah. How about that? And then I'll
with
tell
this
you the
French guy.
difference. Right,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll tell
Mm-hmm.
you the
Mm-hmm.
difference or what's going on exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
let's continue on with that. Give me about just 30 days.
30 days.
And if, yeah, 30
Mm-hmm.
days. And if I've taken 5 trips and everything is free and needy, then everything is good to go.
So you talking about you already talking about in 30 days you just met this guy, you trying to go out of the country.
Well, I said out of town. I didn't really say out of the country. But
Okay.
I'm just
But you want to
saying.
take 5 trips. Right. Right.
Now, a
Right.
black guy, he might say he got away with his income tax. I don't know. No, I'm just joking. I'm just
See,
joking.
see, 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 see. That ain't you ain't right.
He might get
That
away.
ain't right.
He might get away till she make that money from doing that hair. I don't
See.
know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's the dudes you messed with. You know
No,
what I
because
mean?
I've had
And
good
I think
news though.
I think we've gotten to it here before we get off. But basically you're already because when you see the brother coming, okay, you're already thinking like this might be a broke nigga. I might have to
No,
take care of
now
this
you put
nigga.
words in my mouth. Now let's
Well, no,
stop
no, no,
with
no.
that.
And then you see the white guy. You're like, he's Dave. You called me. You was like, Dave. He's French.
I said he's French and Italian.
It's French and Italian. Like
Yeah.
so you already thinking of fucking trips.
I'm already thinking of Paris. I
Yeah,
am.
you thinking of Paris, right? You ain't thinking. You thinking of Paris with him, and you thinking of Brooklyn with that nigga.
Yeah,
Right?
Brooklyn. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go shop in Brooklyn.
Yeah, right. So
In
you want
Paris, I'm gonna
so
drink
you're
some
thinking
wine with him.
so it's
He
in
gonna
your
cover the whole trip.
again it's in your mind, and it's in a lot of sisters' mind. When that brother approaches you, that's the employee, that's a worker. When the
Not
white
really,
guy
Dave,
comes to you,
because I've met men that own their own business and
hold
all that.
on.
They still gas themselves with them.
I'm talking before you even have a conversation. When the wine guy comes up to you, that's the employer. That's the entrepreneur.
No, Dave.
He might have money. Look at you.
No, that's racist with a cause. No,
You
no,
just
no,
started
no.
talking to this dude. You talking about Paris.
It's a joke,
The
actually.
fuck are
I'm
you
not.
talking? Is it a joke?
Well, you know what he said to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. This made me say that.
Well,
Okay.
you been lying all this time?
No. He said, I'm looking for. I don't want to, play a lot of games with the going to now. He's like, I'm looking to, have me a wife and everything. And he said, if I get married, I'm gonna have to go out. We're gonna have to go out to Paris or whatever. He said, and the only thing that I just tell you is that I don't drink in front of my kids. He's like, so, he's already talking about what he's interested in and what he's going to do. He's already planning forth ahead of what what his expectations is. He was like, I save money so we can go take trips and do little different things and just enjoy our life. He said right now is the time to start enjoying life. So I don't think he wrote up a speech. He just was talking freely. We just was having a conversation, and I talked to him about it. I said, well, how did you feel about looking at a property and doing this and that? And that? He said, I'm looking at a property right now, and I just bought a house, and he sent me his address already. So he said, sent me his address so I can see everything. So I can see his house. So I can see, that he's not a liar. He don't have to front. And it's not about him having no money. He just, everything that he's saying to me, he's backing it up. So when I meet him, we ain't got to talk about nothing because he already cleared the air. Now.
Well, we'll see.
Brother, now, with the brother.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the brother.
I've met brothers that had their own houses, had other properties, and it was good to go too. They just might have had some issues like insecurities or different things like that, and they couldn't get ahead of what was something that was within them, so they kind of blew the relationship off. But the black woman might have wanted to make it work, so I stuck around and hung in there to see how we can get around to everything or whatever. But it just didn't work. But that's just something that might just work, but it doesn't mean that it just meant we just didn't connect some kind of way. And it could be a different variety of reasons or whatever. But it doesn't make him less suitable than a white man in his approach. None of that. He already got just as much as this one white guy here, Bob. Or he got as much as this other white guy. Or matter of fact, he is the white man. He's the white boy's boss. So now the different days is not just different time and days. So now you can't look at a black man no more as that, oh, he's just an employee. You want to say, it's a possibility he might do something, whatever. That's why a conversation has to be had. And that's why the females would ask a man, well, what do you do for a living? Now I've had all black men ask me, what do I do for a living? Before I can even ask them. Because you don't think black brothers don't want to make sure that the sisters is worth something too? And that they ain't wasting their time?
How they don't
want to be coming home to nobody, yipping and yapping and talking about what their co-worker was doing, what's going on with this and that, so they go over to the Spanish side or somebody else.
Did this white guy ask you what you did for a living?
He sure didn't.
I know he didn't. See, I know the answer before I even ask the question. And that will wrap up the show for tonight. Because when he didn't ask that question, you said excelente again. You know why? Because you're saying this motherfucker don't care if I'm working or not.
So what
Paris, here we come. Motherfucker, I will check back with you in 30 days.
No, I just got a man who just, he eventually, we talked about it. I talked about my children, and I talked about, and I volunteered and told him what I did. And he was like,
you volunteered. He didn't ask you though. He didn't ask you though. So you're already like, okay, he got enough money to take care of him. Okay, his credit got to be good. I know his credit is good. This motherfucker got a passport. He got everything.
Brand new house he bought.
Right.
I mean, he ain't got to tell me all that.
Right. He ain't got to tell you all that.
He stands.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I met a black man who had just bought a house or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And and he got somebody that's renting a room and all that. And he talks about all that too. I don't look at him no different. He ain't no different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But best believe he gonna mention something about my ass.
So you don't think that this one guy was looking at your ass?
I mean, he probably was, but he didn't make me know.
Okay.
See, that's the key. Pay attention to the important things. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Does that answer your question? Because you keep on thinking like somebody's just giving up on the brothers. No.
You are.
Do the brothers need to get better? Yes. Do the sisters need to get better? Yes, we do.
Yeah, don't act like your shit don't stink. Don't act like you ain't got baggage. Don't act like you ain't fucked up.
I just said that.
Okay.
I said the females, they come in nagging the men and all that, and they look for something else. That's why I see a lot of professional football players and basketball players say, I went somewhere else only because she know how to treat me. I mess with my baby's mom over here. She want to keep finding stuff to argue with me about. I go to her. She don't really have too much to argue about because I don't hide nothing from her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about the different approach of people. It's how you approach people. How people are. You know what I mean?
Right.
So hey.
Mm-hmm. That's good stuff, man. We're gonna check back with you in 30 days. Okay, we're gonna see how you doing. Maybe. When you call me, you'll call me from Paris. Maybe we'll have a show. Maybe I'll hear champagne in the background. You know what I mean? But hold on. That's the great scenario. Okay, but in 30 days, here's what I don't want to happen. Okay, I don't want to call you. All right, and you don't answer the fucking phone. You know why? Because he turns out to be just like the brother. And it was all a front. So you make sure you answer the phone.
I will.
Regardless. So we can get an update. Okay?
Yes, exactly. I mean, we talking on some real stuff here.
Yeah. So we'll revisit this. You have a great evening, and I'll get back with you. This is the Dave Hush Show. We signing off. Miss T has officially declared that she's done with brothers, and she wants to go to Paris. Okay, and that's where we're at with it. Is that correct?
I just want a loving, solid, genuine man. That's what I want.
All right,
it gotta be Paris. It could be a nice kitchen, just cooking me a gourmet dinner with sipping some wine, honey.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Hello.
All right.
But okay.
Go ahead now.
All right. I'll be back with you guys in 30 days.
All right. We'll catch up.
It's the Dave Hush Show.